Now, your East Texas Storm Team forecast.
And a good Thursday morning to you, East Texas. Starting today off on really not a bad note. We do have some cloud cover, a little bit of fog out there across portions of the area. Here in Tyler, we're looking at just mainly some cloud cover and some pretty humid conditions, 67 with a dew point of 66. And as we check out what we're seeing on the satellite and radar this morning, just a lot of low clouds here across East Texas. There's really not any rain out across any of the state of Texas this morning. Most of that is up into either Oklahoma or well to the east over into Mississippi and Alabama. And as we check out what we're seeing visibility wise this morning, we have seen limited visibilities across some portions of the area. Lufkin down to about 4 miles, Crockett at 3 miles, about a mile in Mount Pleasant, and we have seen that over into the Marshall area from time to time as well. But we only have 4 counties that are officially under a dense fog advisory: Hopkins, Rains, Van Zant, and Henderson, and that goes until 10 o'clock this morning. And as we check out the rainfall forecast going forward, it does appear that we'll have about a 30% chance of rain later on today. The better chance happens tonight when that ramps up to about 50%, and then we'll see that linger into tomorrow morning with dry weather into the weekend. Here's a look at Futurecast. Going through the day today, we do expect to start to see some sun peek through the clouds, but at the same time, some of that daytime heating could give us a couple of storms fire up here across the area. And then tonight, we'll see likely a round of storms move through, about a 50% coverage or so of storms as we head into tonight. So we'll be looking for that to move through after midnight, and then it'll likely move through pretty quickly. So that will not really allow much rainfall to occur, but we could see isolated spots over an inch. And here's a look at today's severe outlook showing a marginal risk in place. So 1 or 2 stronger storms later tonight cannot be ruled out. Here's a look at that rainfall forecast showing generally under an inch of rain, but again, we could see maybe some isolated higher totals if we do get some of those heavier storms. Here's a look at temperatures right now in the 60s across the majority of the state of Texas. 70s though down towards the Interstate 10 corridor, and here in East Texas, pretty much all of us are in the 60s to start off our day. Expected to climb into the 80s this afternoon, so right around our typical high for this time of the year. For late May, we'll be up there in those 80s, getting back down into the 60s to near 70 as we go into the overnight tonight. So about a 30% coverage of some showers and storms later on today. Not really expecting anything widespread. 84 is going to be that high temperature. And then as we go into tonight, we'll look for 67 degrees, a 50% coverage of showers and storms. And looking at that pollen count for you, we do see that the mold is the highest there across East Texas. And in looking at the 7-day forecast, here you go. Here's your pollen count for you, showing that mold is in the high level. So that is the main allergen out there. And as we check out that 7-day forecast for you, it does show that after tonight into tomorrow morning, we'll be looking at much better weather as we go into the weekend. Lots of sunshine and warm temperatures, 90 by Monday. So temperatures are going to be on the rise as we go into next week. And here's a look at down across portions of deep East Texas. Similar stuff. We've got that rain chance tonight into tomorrow morning with 90 degrees expected by Sunday.
Yeah, should be a great weekend, Braden. Thank you. We appreciate it. All right, we'll be right back with your job board posting for your Thursday morning.